Hello and welcome to the Golden Hour. I'm Rachel White here today with...
My name's Rebecca Fink, and I am the Deputy Athletic Director at Youngstown State University for Internal Operations and Senior Women's Administrator.
All right. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about your current role here at Youngstown.
So I oversee all of our internal operations. So for us, that includes our Performance Excellence Group, which is a lot of our student services, academics, sports performance, sports medicine, our nutrition, and also oversee our compliance unit.
Very exciting. Talk about how long you've been here and kind of what your path was to YSU.
Yeah, so I have been here. It's crazy. This is now my 8th academic year. I was a student athlete at YSU, played soccer back in the day, spent some time actually at Oakland University after graduating, so jumped around a little bit in the league and had the opportunity to come back to YSU in the compliance space in August of 2017 and been here ever since.
Very exciting. Talk a little bit about how you feel being a student athlete helped you into where you kind of are currently in your career.
Yeah, for me, I had a little bit of an interesting path. I played my first and second year and then what I call like the mid-college crisis of what do I want to do career-wise? Am I still loving my sport? And ended up stepping away from sport, but knew I wanted to work in the athletic space. So, really spent some time in athletic training, spent some time with administration. And for me, like, it was really cool having been a student athlete. You know, you need to be eligible. You have a scholarship you sign, but seeing the behind the scenes, I had no perspective on all the compliance and all the staff that's around all of our programs. So that was really cool for me to see kind of the behind the scenes and really kind of find my fit.
Yeah. What do you love most about your job?
What do I love most about my job? I would say, I think seeing, obviously there's competitive success in athletics, but I think for me, seeing our student athletes that maybe got off to a rocky start and find their groove, or are coming back from a season-ending injury, or the ones that, sometimes struggle along the way and you finally get to that graduation. I think that's probably what I love most, is seeing those individual stories and seeing those student athlete successes that aren't always the competitive wins.
For sure. What advice would you give to students that are maybe interested in getting into this industry?
I would say let people know. A lot of times we have student athletes that and even students that you don't know until they're in their last year and they're like, hey, I'm looking for jobs in athletics. And it's be vocal about what you like, what you dislike, what you want to learn more about, because there's a lot of ways you can get involved while you're still a student. A lot of different ways you can volunteer at events or things like that to get experience. So I would say don't be afraid to share that you want to get into this world and you want to get.
What are some exciting things happening right now on YSU's campus, or maybe things to look forward to soon?
Yeah, we have actually a quite exciting project going on in the middle of our campus. We are currently, this past summer, started a full renovation of our student center, Kilcawley Center. So I think that will be really exciting over the next few years to see kind of how that revamps our campus and, contributes to our student life. It was one of the oldest buildings on campus, so it really wasn't set up like your traditional student union. Yeah. So our students having a place where they have multiple food options in one area and can hang out with each other and spend time, I think that will be really exciting. And we have a handful of new head coaches this year that I'm really excited to see, how they do and have settled into the Penguin family really well. So we're excited to see how those programs get started.
Very cool. What are some things that visitors should do? Maybe they've never been to Youngstown or they don't know a lot about Youngstown. What should they know to kind of check out when they come?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, first I say you have to check out the fire extinguishers or the fire hydrants on campus. They are Penguins. You won't see that anywhere else.
Very true.
I would say there's no shortage of really great Italian food. So if you're coming to Youngstown, you got to find a pizza place, you got to find a pasta place. That's definitely something you have to do when you come to Youngstown.
Love that. We always enjoy Italian food when we're here, so totally understand that. What do you enjoy most about being part of the Horizon League?
I think for me, although we're all, spread out, it feels like a very close-knit league. Yeah. Whether it's from engagement with different committees or cabinets, I feel like a lot of staff at other schools, you have a relationship, you have the ability to pick up the phone and call someone and feel like you've actually had a face-to-face conversation at some point. So I would say it really does kind of feel like a community sometimes, even though some of us are far apart in distance.
For sure. And just a shout out to Rebecca here. She puts in a lot of hard work as our competition cabinet chair. A lot of recommendations, a lot of meetings. So we appreciate your work on that as well.
Thank you.
So one final question for you. So we always end our podcast here with a start bench cut.
Okay.
I know you're a big Penguin fan. Obviously, Youngstown Penguins, our producer of the podcast, Bridget's very into penguins. So we thought we'd give you 3 breeds of penguins, and we have photos we can show you, and you can rank them start, bench, cut as far as your favorite penguins.
Okay.
So
I like it.
They are Adelie, Emperor, and Rockhopper penguins. So I can show you if you need a visual.
I was going to say, I'm definitely a visual.
Okay, so this is our Emperor penguin here.
Yep.
This is Adelie.
Oh, that's a little cutie.
And this is a Rockhopper. So just start, bench, cut those 3 breeds. They're all wonderful. We love penguins of all kinds.
Okay, so which was the last one?
This is the Rockhopper.
So I think you got to start that one.
Okay.
I think that looks like the hype guy.
I love that, yeah.
I would say Emperor. They would definitely be playing. And then what was our middle?
The Adelie.
The Adelie might be the bench. Just looks a little bit on the smaller side.
Okay, yeah, we'll just kind of
Quite
that
as
one off
not
to
as
the
much
side.
of an angry penguin. We like angry penguins.
Angry penguin.
around
That's
here.
an excellent point. We got to have some ferocity here as
Yes,
a penguin.
yes.
Yeah, totally respect that. All right, well, thank you very much for that and for the rest of your time. Once again, I'm Rachel White here with
Rebecca Fink.
Thank you for joining us on the Golden Hour. Be sure to follow us at Horizon League on social media for the latest news and updates.